Hello everybody, welcome to a live stream. How are we doing today? Well, today I'm gonna be drawing, I'm gonna be cleaning some of my sketches done in some figure drawing sessions, and you guys can be part of it. We just doing some touch-ups and adding some shading and finishing some sketches that I did I think it was like 2 weeks ago. So yeah, we're gonna be doing that. I have a lot of sketches. Some of them I'll leave them more how can I say, more I'll finish it. I like the vibe of some of those like that. And I'll try to complete some of the ones that I find that I can do. Also, this is like a warm-up for me. I think I need to go back to do some more drawings. I've been painting plenty recently, but and designing, mostly designing. So I find like I have some work to do, but in order to make those flow better, I need to draw a little bit like before engaging completely into the drawing of some actual work. I've been posting this. I just posted some of the figure drawing today, and posted on my Instagram, posted on my Patreon, and I think I posted recently that I got a new scanner. So that new scanner, I've been using it, and now I can finally scan some of my work and put it together and be able to share this, because I have a lot of drawings, like traditional drawings, but I haven't posted. So yeah, you guys are welcome to spend some time here. Ask me some questions if you want or not, and that should be fine. Oh, thank you so much. I had I really like sometimes I really like just to have like these little marks for the face, kind of shows the expression and has a vibe, instead of like going and trying to clean everything. I can make it better, but I don't know, sometimes I like just leave it like as it is, and that's one. Yeah, these pages are it's a little big drawing, yeah, it's a big drawing. This is an iPhone, so they're pretty big. This is a big drawing, and I have other ones here. How you doing, guys? How's everything? Welcome to a figure drawing session. Your sketches feel so full of deep depth, like sculptures. Remind me of Andrew Loomis. Yeah, I try to make sure that they look like as 3D as possible. Try to convey the sense of like roundness, volume, adding some shading. And I try to keep it simple. Yeah, maybe sometimes a little bit like cartoony, you know. Yeah, I don't know what to say, guys. I've been just minding my business today, so to come back and here and chat a lot, I need to warm up to that a little bit. Um, but overall, not much stuff happening. Yeah, I mean, the world is like falling into pieces, but I try not to like go crazy about that stuff, man. Um, can be really stressing, and so for me, I'm taking it easy and I'm having fun, like finishing some of these things, even though this is not like work per se. This is not work, but I can use this for a sketchbook. Um, I can use it. I'm using them right now as a warm up. Um, yeah, I've been recovering well. I had a issue with my lower back last Wednesday. Actually, well, yeah, a whole week ago. I was doing awesome. I was like running. I was doing yoga. I was doing weightlifting. I was doing a bunch of stuff, and I overstretched doing yoga, and that kind of like make my back hurt like crazy, and I had a hard time. So I couldn't even go to WonderCon, the convention that is around here that happened last weekend. Couldn't go Saturday because of the pain was so much. So I needed to take it easy, and that's what I've been doing this week. Take it easy. I haven't done any skating, any exercise, just little like mile stretches to gain some mobility. But it has been a journey, man, and I was really sad, dude, because I've been having like back issues for a long time, and I was like doing my best work, like fixing that, and I was like having the best days, like no pain, feeling like super great, like sleeping super good, and then I overstretch, and it's totally my fault. Should have been more careful about those things, but I wasn't, and I think I got carried because I'm like, oh, I'm doing awesome, I'm doing great. I think I can push it a little bit further, but probably too soon, you know. It's like your brain thinks that can do certain things, and your body might do certain things, but sometimes it doesn't match. And yeah, that happened. But what the good thing is that I thought it was gonna be really bad. Like it would take me like way longer to recover. But right now I'm feeling pretty good. Um, every day is getting better. In only 1 week, I the pain has been reduced for like I don't know like 80%. Sometimes it comes back, but it's just the muscle that it needs to rest. I need to do some mild stretches, but that's part of life, man. And so yeah, I gotta be careful with that going forward. Going back to my workout routines and all of that. So I'm human like everybody else. So yeah, I could read some of your stuff. Let's see. Va a quedar el string después de terminar. Maybe the string stays here. Depends on how I do. I think I could leave it if you guys want to see. Um, I've been watching your videos. I started drawing and streaming. I try to become a professional for 4 or 5 years. Nice. never succeeded, and I'm very glad that I quit this activity in time. Now I have a stable job. Try to become a professional artist. Never succeeded, and I'm very glad that I quit. You are happy that you quit drawing. Okay. Oh, I need to check that. Yeah, I think that's another thing, man. Like being an artist and being a professional artist and doing all those things requires a lot of time, and it depends on your progress. Depends on the amount of money that you have to, time that you have to, that you can put into that progress that you want to see. Right? So it's a lot of things that are involved in doing art, not only like, oh, getting better and that's it, right? It's time. Maybe you have a family, maybe there's some situation in your life that is preventing you to do that. Maybe you're focusing on the wrong aspects. But it's something that you like, that you enjoy. Yeah, you can keep going on the sides, right? You can like keep, drawing and learning and having fun. I think maybe later on you can return to it and be better, right? Like even if you put a little bit of effort, little by little, then like things might come around once you're like are able to like maybe, oh, you know what, I'm gonna go back and do my art stuff, and I wanna do this and that, and then you have some kind of knowledge, because it's like doing exercise, right? If you really like it because you like it, then you probably will. You can do that later on in life. There's no problem with that. So I think that's the thing that keeps me going. Like I enjoy doing these things. I don't like. Obviously, I'm in a little bit of a different position. I've been doing this for a longer time. But I mean, this is fun. I like doing these kind of things. That it's not like a finished drawing or anything. So it's more like the pleasure of me like drawing and doing this stuff. If I can make a book, I probably will make a book with these sketches and things like that. But you have to have that like a bit of balance, because like also where are you in life, right? Yeah, that depends where are you in life. So yeah, sometimes you have to take the hard decision. I quit. And maybe I quit. Pursuing that path because it's really hard, or and it's okay to, I wouldn't say quit. Like just like change your mind for like a something that is more beneficial in your life at the moment, right? Like I need to pay rent. I need to do these things. Art is where I am. The conditions aren't really hard for me to do this, right? But I wouldn't never recommend to like stop drawing just because your only goal was to be a professional artist. If there's no enjoyment, then you won't last long. If the only aim is to like, oh, I want to be doing this and doing that, I think that's part of it. But also enjoy the fact that creating, doing lines, making mistakes or being messy. Like, my drawings like could be a little bit more clean and everything, but I'm enjoying the fact of like my lines, right? And I enjoy that aspect of like drawing and coming with a character, having like an expression and play with that. So I think something that I wanted to achieve a long time ago was to have some characters with better facial expressions, right? So yeah, I've been taking my medicines. I've been taking like painkillers. I've been like turmeric and all the stuff. Like I've been taking my steps to heal better. But yeah. Let me see. If I miss your questions, just write it again. Because I'm also drawing. I'm looking over how to draw. Oh, damn, I couldn't. Yeah, sometimes I don't draw the whole day. Sometimes just like an hour, sometimes like 30 minutes or something like that. Sometimes I don't draw and I say, well, next time I'm going to put a bunch of hours. Sometimes I draw way too much or paint too much. Oh, yeah, I like the Rivals and my Frost. Let me see these questions here. Ray, have you thought about changing your style in general, like the type of noses and eyes you use? I used to draw in high school, but going from comics to... Dude, I changed my style a lot, dude. Like, I changed my style plenty. Like, I have a certain way of drawing girls and drawing, like, certain stuff. But, dude, you see my covers? I can draw, like, American style. I can draw, like, anime style. I can draw, like, 90s anime cute style. I can draw, like, Disney style. Like that's one of the things that I got when I was able to pay for some educations. Like, I can draw in any style that I want, right? I can do like very like manga, and change it, right? That's the thing that I like. I can do like more realistic, more serious like themes. But I just keep it to the things that I like and the lines that I like. But I can go very simple, or I can go really like detailed. So yeah, more painterly, more planes of the face. So it depends on the mood or the stage, right? Sometimes in the past I had my Disney kind of animation style, and I can change to that anytime I want. So the thing is, like, it's not about like changing your style and you're locked into it. It's that you change the style because you want to draw that kind of thing at that moment, and it leads to like a different lines, different shapes, and then whenever you want, you can come back to it. I remember when I started changing my style in 2012, long time ago, because I was learning. People, oh man, it doesn't look like the same. I was like, yeah, but I can go back to that anytime. I already know that, so I can go back anytime. So it's good to experiment, right? And try different things and find artists that you like and say, oh, I like that kind of style, and be able to like different styles and incorporate it in your drawings. You know, just because you draw in a certain way, that doesn't mean that has to be the only way that you draw because that's your style. I like changing, and because I like variety, I try to mix it and change it. Yeah, so like I have different style. Like the thing is, like I don't have time to draw every different style all the time, but sometimes I'm very loose. Sometimes I draw some like cartoon people. I used to do a lot of that before. So it depends on where you are, right? Like right now, I'm doing a lot of Street Fighter. That's not my stuff right now, and I'm trying to have like that kind of anime 90s vibe since I'm from I mean a kid from the 80s, but the 90s anime retro. Now it's retro, but that kind of anime, like big eyes and stuff, like, you know, and maybe a little bit more realistic depending on the character. So if you see the faces, like this face, I'll show you all the faces, and they're gonna be a little bit different. I think I showed those yesterday. I showed them today on my other figure drawing. Right? So this wire here is annoying. So I have different faces. Yeah, there's like a different different face here. I think more. I think the Chun-Li, I used to draw Chun-Li so much that sometimes I'm like more aware of like the kind of face that she would have. Yeah, this is more like anime style. Also, it's according to the session, right? But face is a little bit different from that one to this one. Yeah, it depends on the kind of drawings I want to get. Also, when I'm doing like figure drawing, you don't have enough time to put like the face and put all those things. Sometimes I'm focusing more on finding the figure. You know, finding that figure first, and then the eyes and everything. I like to have like a little shortcut. These are already kind of done, but I'll show you later. I just make a little like eyes, little mouth, and then later I just refine that. But if I needed to change it for a different like style, then I probably would. So it depends on the character and the vibe. But yeah, I think like Chun-Li's are like more set because the character, I've been drawing that for a long time. And this is more like an easier way to do figure drawing. Right, so this is a good example here. Right? So this is probably what I will do when doing figure drawing, right? Like this is all I need, or this is what I want to have. When I'm looking at the model and just putting the lines that I need, okay, the ears, and then probably draw the eyes in a certain way, like looking to the side and the mouth, like just to get a vibe first, and then I can go and draw over that. Same like this, right? Like the face is like, but it has a vibe, right? And I can erase that. Sometimes they don't come good. Sometimes not all of them work. Sometimes I have to erase a lot to get the face. Sometimes I don't have to erase too much. Yeah, sometimes you can like a drawing, like it's a little bit more looking like the model, more a little bit less anime manga, but also like enjoying the shape. Like this shape is like a nice gesture, like it's like an egg. So I like this from this session, right? Yeah, okay, I see. Yeah, earning money as a earning a living as an artist it can be tricky. It takes time. It takes like, and now even more. Yeah, for sure. Just keep doing art because it's still fun to do whether you're a professional or no. Hey, thank you. Thank you so much. In an interview, you mentioned that you do many versions of one drawing. I'm still learning, so when I do a full character, I use one reference image and concentrate on getting it right. Uh, well, what are you talking about, Ryan? You do many versions of one drawing. Yeah, because if I have a concept of an idea, then I better draw like different ideas until I get something, or start like tweaking a little bit the arms. Where should they be? Or so yeah. If you're working with a reference, it's good to use a reference, but you also need to have that skill to change the hands and change the pose and be able to solve things that maybe the model just move away and then you are not able to like to get that information. So yeah, I think like drawing plenty of times, going over the drawing plenty of time is good. You know? Yeah. I can draw Chun-Li. Well, I can, but she's been drawn so much, but so many. But just draw your own Chun-Li. It's fine, man. I don't think it's something bad. If a lot of people draw them because it's fun to draw. Do you ever try to draw the reference realistic, or do you prefer to stylize? What's better for studying? I think those are two ways of studying, right? You can study the reference and then try to make it stylized, or you can try to draw it realistically and just keep it at that. But if you're studying, like you wanna like learn and improve and all that stuff, it's a good exercise to draw the reference as close as possible, and learn. Like make some notations, right? Make some notes about like what are you looking at? What are you learning? Like maybe like this squeeze here in the knee. You wanna like make a note. Oh, it looks like in a certain way, or it looks like this. So you practice that. right? Like I think the model at a certain point, she was like, it was a hard pose for me because she was like facing backwards and I couldn't see it well. But I really like her leg in foreshortening, and instead of focusing on drawing her her whole pose, I decided to do a little study of the leg. I'll put it like this, right? So I did a study of the leg, and for me, what I studied was not like copying, you know. I was like, well, look at this line here, like how the calf goes into the leg here, right, the muscle, and how rounded this is, right? Like where are these like squeezing points, right? And how much is the distance between here and here to create that overlapping, right? So I was looking at that the model, and I was like observing this, how the things overlapping. What is this bump here showing? Like how is the heel looking like that way, right? So I those things, that's what I observed there, instead of thinking, oh, I need to finish a whole drawing, because maybe you see this and oh, this guy is just drawing the whole thing completely. And I did another drawing again, right? With a little bit of the notes. Okay, I did that. I learned a few things. Maybe I need to fix this. So it's not about like doing the whole drawing. It's just I'm gonna observe, and I'm gonna focus on this area only, like only this area where all these lines are connecting, like 1, 2, 3, like this, like creating the overlap. So you're studying. That's one of the things that I would look in a reference, like, oh, look at the relationship of these lines. Like this is cutting here, this is doing this overlap, this and this. That's how you like observe, make some of the notations. Sometimes I will make a note, maybe like an arrow, you know, like look at here, like pay attention here. Or before, when I was doing gesture, I will probably do a whole arrow, like just outside the drawing, like reinforcing that I learned, that I'm observing that the gesture is going that way down, and just to keep annotations. Okay, it's going down in this way, so I have to keep the shape of the leg in that gesture. So it's just notation. Even if you observe it and you put it on the drawing, you finish the drawing, but then maybe you forget. But when, as you're drawing, you make a little bit of a notation here, and then maybe you just like reinforce a line, like at the bottom of here, like you reinforce a little line here to make sure, like, okay, this is the space or the area where the feet is actually touching the ground. So that's an observation, right? So like, okay, how much of this is actually touching the ground? Maybe I need to make it a little bit flat, and maybe squeeze a little bit here to make it like look like it's actually stepping on the ground. Maybe a little bit of a shadow helps, right? So those things are like, I did that a lot in the past. Now I do it when I see this. I remember like, oh, I did that, and I remember I was like studying this, and I remember this overlapping. So whenever I'm gonna draw again, I'll think about like that leg maybe. I try to remember. I forget sometimes. Like I make some observations, but I don't remember all the time. But after doing a lot of these, you start like putting the pieces together, right? You wanna buy my art book? Yeah, I'll put something pretty soon. I'll put something out soon. Okay, let me see. Let me see your questions here. Let me go back to the Chun-Li. So you're saying, yeah, of course, man. Yeah, the quickest way is to learn is, okay. Let me read your comment. If I understand correctly, the quickest way is to learn, like figure out the minute you have to draw, get the idea across, yes, and then you go into full detail and finish. Yes, that's what I will do. Like I will build a skeleton, and you will see with the Chun-Li ones, and then even if the model is gone, then I can go back to it. I think I have some Chun-Lis here actually. Yeah, go back to those. right? So this is a good example of what I will do, or I'm doing when the poses are only 1 minute. I don't know if you can see, maybe it's too. And it's very light, right? Like I will draw the lines very soft, just to get the idea of it. You know, a little bit of construction, the weight, the placement, the gesture, same as this one. I don't have enough time to draw the face or anything. I'm warming up to at least put the figure, the drawing, the figure there, like, all the way down to the feet. Right? So everything is just a little bit of a mark. You leave a mark, and then you can go back to it. For example, if I didn't have this mark here, it will be hard for me to remember how her feet was, how her boot was placed. But since I did this line, I know it's like following this direction, and then probably with that I will probably do the other one the same way, that direction, or I'll try to like make it more like stable and try to find a more stable position for the feet to keep balance to the figure. Right? Yeah, I need to reprint my sketchbooks. And yeah, I should do like my course, my drawing course. I probably will take some of the questions that were done here and make a video out of that. Yeah, a lot of pieces and sketches and things like that. How much do you paint over line art? I always end up merging the characters to one layer after a while so I can make up quick changes. Yeah, that's the way it is. I work all the layers, and then I save a file with all the layers, and I copy all the layers, duplicate them, merge them, copy them, duplicate it. Like I always keep duplicates of all the steps. So it's better to save like another file. Yeah, I always save like another file. Yeah, it's okay if you merge the layers and all that, but I always keep a copy of that. And when I think I'm ready, I can save another file, make another copy, merge some stuff, try it out. Even you can copy the stuff and make a new document, and then work on that document. I don't know how well this is gonna go, but so yeah, like that's I go over the line art with paint. Like I take a paintbrush and I start like painting on top of it. Sometimes I make shapes and I start making the line art on a different layer after the main phase of like adding like colors to that. I like to keep it more flexible because it gets boring. I stopped doing like complete clean line art long time ago, and that was like an old style. It's still like applied to comics. A lot of people do that in comics, do the line art, do the colors, but I just got tired of the line art. Like I feel like it's like a very tight. Your drawings are becoming a little bit tighter because of that. You know, your lines are getting like, because you have to be clean, and then you start zooming too much into the drawing, and then you're like looking at making a little tiny piece of the drawing really clean, and it's like, man, I'm spending so much time doing that stuff, and then you zoom out and nobody sees that stuff. At least that's how I see it. Other artists are really like methodical, and they really like to put a lot of details in the drawings, and that's fine because I'm sure they find like a lot of entertainment, or like they like to do those details in certain stuff. To me, I like more designing shapes and be a little bit quicker. Even when I do details, I like to keep it a little bit messy, even though when you zoom out, it looks pretty clean. But again, it depends on the drawing. Yeah, I just got like tired of line arts. Like I did that for a long time, and because my drawings were not that good, or I was like lacking some more education. My I struggled so much doing the fucking line arts, especially for like commercial work for companies and things like that. Oh, it's a lot of struggle, man. Like 2012, and I'll just do the line, and I was like so fucking detailed with my lines, and when I zoom out, it's like, dude, this looks like I don't like it. It's missing that punch. Later, I managed to fix that stuff, right? Doing less line art, like using little marks to convey certain shapes. Like I do that in my figure drawing a lot, and that's what I like. I like to like maybe a little shadow. It will imply the shape. It will like help. You don't have to draw everything. You can just draw certain sections of it, and your brain will make up the rest of the image, right? Well, here I'm a little bit fucked because I'm gonna put like gonna put the feet here, right? So, but yeah, this is a good warm up. Also, this is a great pose that she did here. Probably one of my favorites. Very dynamic, a lot of movement. Something that I probably wouldn't draw normally in an illustration. I probably will draw this in a comic book, which I don't do. I always baffled at the artists that keep the same line art through the entire piece. Yeah, it depends on the style. Some people work with little minimum line art. Some of the people are really like changing the line art and erasing and doing a line and erasing and doing the line and erasing and doing the line. I just no. I hate that. Like doing one line and then erasing and doing the line and erasing and doing the line and erasing. It's like, come on, bro. I don't have the patience for that. Doing the line and draw. No, but that I think that's the strongest. I think no, it is the strongest point of like traditional. You don't have the time. You don't have the chance to like Control C every time you do a new line. You know, you have to make that line or not. Yeah, I'll do Emma Frost. I know that shit's gonna be everywhere online. And I need to get on that train. Yeah, talking about that, I did my. I have some of my stickers. Last time I did a stream. I don't know if I showed them, but I did have my stickers. The stickers of my rivals. Yeah, it look pretty good. This is a clear sticker, and there's almost sold out at WonderCon. Some of them sold out, so I have to print a little bit more. So yeah, you can check them on my website. They're there. There's a lot of questions here. Hey, oh Marisa, how you doing? How's everything? Sorry if I didn't read that. Sometimes I don't read everything because I'm also drawing and showing things. You inspire me to get good at art. Love the way you draw. The only thing I struggle with coloring. Yeah, color is another thing that takes time. But once you get it right, then you can have a lot of fun. I enjoy a lot of coloring. ¿Qué es mejor para definir el tamaño de los personajes? ser estricto con las mediciones o hacerlo al ojo. Primero tienes que hacerlo medido y después lo puedes hacer al ojo porque ya tienes la experiencia. No puedes hacerlo al ojo sin saber cuál es la regla, cuál es la base. Tienes que tener una base y de allí cambiar. Yeah. Yeah, my bag is doing better. Like, I'm sitting down, doing my things. It's good. Yeah, I'll definitely will do Emma Frost. Don't worry, guys. Like, I know what's going on. I know what's up. Let's get a little bit closer here. Yeah, I have a Emma Frost, Scarlet Witch. I already did Psylocke. Psylocke came out pretty cool. Like the colors came out really cool, and I was like selling the print and WonderCon. Yeah, that Psylocke came out pretty cool. I had fun doing that one. Yeah, there's a convention in Germany, Dokomi, so I might go there. I still don't know because it's getting United States is getting kind of weird with traveling. Yeah, thank you. This is my sacapuntas, my pencil sharpener, a German, classic German stuff for art is solid. So little friend here. Mantis is fun. I haven't played too much with her though. When you do your character illustrations, are you thinking about them both as a sticker as a print at the same time? Yeah, I think about both. Think about both for sure. Especially with the Marvel Rivals, I'm sure people want to have that as a sticker or a smaller format. Yeah, is it gonna rain? Is it a thunder? Wow, is it like a thunder? What's going on? It's gonna rain? Oh yeah. Light rain. Jesus. So yeah, let me know if I miss a question or a comment. Like, don't worry if you write it again. I'm not ignoring. The comics in Germany, by the way. Yeah, there was a thunder. I was like a thunder, or somebody's dropping something, or I ate too much the lunch today. So yeah, I think about the designs in terms of like, okay, this is gonna be a cool stickers. I think about the shape of it. The shape is the most important thing. Is it a cool shape? This is a cool shape, right? Cool shape. Some of them are harder with characters like this because it has like a big ass tail and it's actually bigger. So the actual drawing is this, but then that tail is a bunch of space. I could have done maybe like a foreshortening here now that I think about it. Maybe a little bit of foreshortening for the tail, but I didn't do it. Maybe some foreshortening, making this big. But also this was the first one of the series. So when I start doing these designs, I think this was one of the first ones. And you know what happened when drawing is to me at least. Sometimes the first one comes a little bit stiffer, and most of the time when my drawings don't come out as good as I would like is when I'm rushing that. I was like, oh, I want to see this drawing, I want to get them done, and then you're like pushing it to get something done quickly, and man, you end up working more than you should because you're thinking about getting something done quickly, like rushing it, right? Because you think like, I think, I can draw things. I see my drawings. And, I can draw anything, whatever I want. I can draw it. I can draw it really good. But that's the drawing I did at that time, at that moment, that came out good. So I had to get into the mindset to go back to that feeling, to that vibe. And if you are like thinking about making it quickly, because sometimes you have to do it quickly, no? So some commissions, some work like that. Then the artwork will in my case, by the way, no, I'm not telling everybody. Some people are amazing, so they don't have any issues. But how I work, I need to warm up and get into that round. I'm not saying that this is not my favorite. It's just like I struggle when I did the first pass. So I did the first pass of this drawing, coloring, then went back again a couple of days later. I move on to these drawings, and then I left this one like waiting. And once I did this and I finished this one, I went back to that one, and I managed to see all the stuff that, oh man, now I can see where this shit was looking weird. Like I can see why this is not working, or it was working but not to the level that you need to work. Because it's like I go with that, but maybe that's like that's like one of my traits. Like, okay, this works, but can it be better? Can it be pushed a little bit further? And that's how I hurt my back, right? Because I'm thinking about that. Like, can I push a little bit further? Can I make this a little bit better? I used to make it at that point where like when you work a lot and doing your illustrations and everything, like you know when the drawing is like, okay, this is a hit, this is a good stuff. I think people, I like what I did here. I will buy that stuff, and that's what you want to get. And it's hard, man. It gets harder when you're like building your career, and then like, oh man, some people might find it easier. Again, I'm just talking about myself here. Sometimes it's hard to like, okay, how can I do another home run again? How can I make this artwork like really kick ass? And then it becomes a little bit of pressure. Like, okay, now I need to actually do something way more cooler than I did the last time, and yeah, that's some pressure. There's some pressure that lives there, and that's why like hurrying the work. Like, oh, I need to make something greater, but I need it faster. Like, I don't know. In my case, I need to take my time. It is pressure. Like some covers that I have made, or some other work. Like recently, I did this summer Comic-Con Street Fighter shirt, and that was a lot of pressure, man. I was like, man, I need to do something really cool. Like it had to be cool. People who's gonna be wearing this shirt, and I need to knock it out of the park. It has to be good. So that was a little pressure. Oh man, what would be a good idea? What would be a good pose for this that also conveys the character? You see, I made a little mistake there. Like, put the feet like this, but it's to be squeezed. Let me see. What do you guys say here? Let me read some of the Squirrel Girl. Oh, thank you. Glad you like it. I don't have any issues with my hand when I draw traditional, but when I do digital art for a lot of days in a row, my hand is always sore. Well, make sure to check how you're holding your pen. Like, if you're like drawing like this and you're drawing like this, I try to relax the hand and have this as straight as possible against any surface. Right? So this is like straight, like normal flow of your hand, wrist. So when you put it there, you're just drawing on the, like this. Like, you have to be like drawing with butter, Don't get too tense like this, and then having this tension. You have to like relax the hand and do it, and do the marks, and check yourself, and maybe massage your hand, and then do a little bit, relax that. Make sure that the screen, if it's a Cintiq, it follows the screen. So you're like laying your hand there, and then you're like drawing. Hello, my friend Mipana. How do you prevent your drawings, how do you prevent your sketches of getting dirty if you use construction for a drawing? I mean, they're kind of dirty, right? This is like the first like lines that I put there. But what you do is that you start very light, and then you build darker lines on top of that. So always the darkest line wins. So if you start really dark, then you're gonna have trouble, like, you know. How do you do that hand? Like this. Damn, thunder. Something like this. If you don't get it right, it's okay. Yeah, try to keep it like light. And if I'm working with pencils, I use to smudge the page with my finger and then make it lighter. It's not gonna work with this because this is color pencil. And then I erase and I just work light and then build on top of that. And I like to add some shading, you know, maybe say some highlights there. Yeah, you have to like control how hard are you like pushing that pencil into the page. And this is what I like about these color pencils, because they're very smooth like butter, so you can have that nice soft shading. And then you can go back, make it a little bit darker. But that's how I like to do my drawings, right? Or these figure drawings, like, and sometimes I just leave it like this. Don't have to be like super mega clean. And like right now, as I'm working on this, the main point that I'm trying to achieve here is to warm up. Try to remember with a little bit of help how the model look like, or how I will draw that anatomy. Right? Instead of like coming out with it, I already came out with the shape that I need to add. So that's why I find it like cool to finish your figure drawings later at home. Some of them are good to leave them like as they are, but in these cases, because it's like 1 minute, 3 minute pose, like you have already a structure, and why not go back to this and try to complete it. Let's see. Hello, Ray Random. Do you scan your traditional drawings to post on X, or do you use your iPhone? I've been using my iPhone, but now I got like an amazing scanner, dude. Super expensive one. Yeah, but the thing is that if I do like a stretch, like hanging on a pull bar, the issue is that I overstretch my muscles. So it's not that they got tight, it's that they overstretch, so that they hurt because they stretch the fiber. I feel like fiber stretch it. So I need to heal and then make a stronger liver. If I keep stretching them, they're gonna be hurting more. It's the other way. If it was like tense, I get it. But yeah, do that. I'll do that later on. So I got a new scanner, and that's why I'm working on all of these, because I want to make them like really cool. I wanna finish them, and also because there's a really cool poses that the model did, and it will be. I feel like it's like a waste not working on them a little bit more and try to finish them, right? Like it's a nice flow, it's a nice rhythm. You can have fun with that, you know. Maybe I don't do the lines, but maybe I start shading a little bit just to block the shapes of the costume, you know. Keep it loose. I like a lot of this paper. I know some people were asking what kind of like sketchbook do I use for my drawings. These ones I used them in Japan for figure drawing, and I really like the paper. These are the croquis. White croquis, acid free, 50 sheets, F6, I don't know, F6. These are the numbers. The brand is Muse, or Muse, or Muse, and it's a Japanese brand. Really good paper. And they sell the black ones that are like a black. It has to be the green one. They have a different kind of paper. And last time I went to Japan, like a couple of years actually, I told them I need to buy 10 of these or more, and they made a big order, and that is why I have so many of these. I probably will have to do the same again when I get to Japan in May. I think the chat was like, oh man, the chat kinda stopped for a second. Sorry guys, I missed some of your questions. ¿Se extrañaron los streams? ¿Alguna pregunta fuera del tema? ¿Has visto la Capcom Cup de Street Fighter? Claro que sí, estuve viéndolo todos los días hasta las 4 de la mañana. Any new waifus in the Candela universe? There's so many waifus, I just need to draw them more. Yeah, get back to art. Comfy is drawing a string with the ring as a background. Yeah, I think having the scanner gets me a little bit more. I would say inspired, more like motivated to do another sketchbook, or even releasing the old ones. I'm realizing like most of my sketchbooks I sell them for like a year and that's it. And I think a lot of people are missing out on some of these books right now. It's just hard to tell how many books should I produce. I personally don't like to have stocks in my house, in my office, of extra things. That's why I'm probably not gonna be doing shirts for a long time. I don't want to keep like a bunch of shirts in my office. They sell, but I don't think shirts is like the most. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, that's just me thinking about out loud here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I have a. Yeah, my first sketchbook was like in 2016. And I made like 1,500 back then, and yeah, I think the one sketchbook that I did the less copies was Sketchbook Volume 2. I think I only did like 800 copies of that one, and I think that's the one that people are missing the most. Dude, it's raining! It's raining! Like my friend will say, it's raining! It's raining. Ame desu. Ame ga futte masu. Yeah, talking about that, like in an hour and a half, I have my Japanese class. Ame desu. And yeah, I was looking at my old sketchbooks, and obviously you improve through time, hopefully. And I was like, oh man, maybe I should like make a video and YouTube like fixing or talking about my old drawings and pointing out the things that I was doing back then that I didn't know how to do. I think that's a fun thing to look back. Look, it's raining hard. Que si conozco Schoolgirls. De hecho le hice una entrevista a Alex. Yeah, I by the way, guys, I did some interviews in my last convention, WonderCon. Some little interviews to some artists like Steven Silver and Alex Ahad, Schoolgirls, and we chat a little bit about character designs. And I'm gonna be editing and putting those on the site as soon as I get them. That's another part where I would like to branch a little bit. I haven't done that. Little interviews to people, to other artists that I know, that I talk to. Some of them are friends, some of them are known because of the the community. Maybe do some interviews to Ahmed Aldori or other YouTubers that I know. Yeah. Yeah, this leg's kind of weird. Like I think the eye level should be like here. Maybe eye level. And then it should be a little bit rounded down like this. There you go. Hey, we have some Raiders of the Storm. Dun, 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 dun. Riders of the Storm. Or Raiders of the Storm. Hi, Rake. Elmi, tell me. Huh? Will there be a recording of this stream? Yes, I'm gonna leave the recording. I think there's a good tips here for people to like double check later on. Some of my older streams, the last 2 weeks I did some figure drawing, some sketching, some live stream, and I didn't leave them on YouTube, but you can find them on my Patreon. So some of the ones that I don't leave on my channel, I'm putting on Patreon, so you can download them and watch them. Skateboarding girls, yeah, man. No, these are from figure drawing, but I could create these. This was the last drawing of the session. It's pretty big. Look at this drawing. It's like an arm. It's like a leg. It's like a whole thigh. It's pretty big drawing. Yeah, like I started doing these sketches of Chun-Li and at the figure drawing event thingy. And then I changed for this one, which is bigger. So I have a lot of drawings. And the model is Kat. She's called Kat. I worked with her like many times, and I really love drawing her because she has a lot of personality and has a lot of cool yeah, she's an amazing model. Yeah, this drawing board is so big, it's kind of hard to put the whole thing. I'm zooming out and I can still not fit the whole thing. Yeah. And who knows, maybe with all the stuff with AI, I have real drawings to sell at a show. I can bring the drawings and sell them directly. Right? Like this is cool, right? Like I really like this one. Like her face, and she's not happy. She's not happy with what's going on. No, this is a session of Chun-Li. I have a lot of stuff in this book. This is actually the last pages. I have a lot of things in here. One of the many that I have completed. Some regular figure drawings. Let me zoom out. I have a lot of things in here. Studies. This is from like a model. I was studying different things. More realistic, a little bit more structural. Yeah, more like a more structural. A little bit more academic too. Faces, things like that. Yeah, it's like a balance of that. Like these are old ones. Some of them are newer ones. It's just that's how I work. I have these and then I jump. I left this without drawing for like a couple of months, and then I came back and I did some studies, and then after that I went to a figure drawing, costume figure drawings, which that's the one I like the most. Figure like costume character costume. Some of them are scanned and I put it on my sketchbook. Or if I haven't, I probably will scan these. This paper is pretty big. I don't know what's the size. Maybe like I really don't know what's the size of this. I should know, right? This is a good one. Cute one. It's hard to move this in the table because I have so many. Oh yeah, I'm going to combo breaker. Combo breaker. I'm going to combo breaker, and I'm deciding not to go to an amazing party in Osaka. Used to go to combo breaker, so it better be good, man. Because I really wanted to go to that party in Osaka, but I guess not. I don't have a ruler? Let me see. Oh, shibaraku machi kudasai. Let's see this. This is 20 by 14. 14 by 20. 14 by 20. 14 by 20. Yeah, dude. I heard like combo breaker, you gotta be there. It's like a 24-hour convention. It's gonna be intense. I have a lot of cool drawings here for sure. I really like doing this with the model, especially cat. And you know, you can do like a. She really has fun. She puts some facial expressions, and you can base some drawings out of her expressions and make it really cool. My favorite character to draw? I don't know if I have a favorite one. I mean, I like drawing Kami, Chun-Li, Yudi's fun. Morrigan is fun to draw too. Probably like, yeah, I've drawn her plenty. I don't know, I like to draw whatever is fun to draw in terms of like lines, curves. Oh yeah, I was here. Sumimasen, moshiwake gozaimasu. Gonna go back to this. But yeah, like I said, I have a lot of drawings. in there. Yeah, Samus. I have drawn so much Samus, but now there are so many Samus-like characters, right? Like this is Samus in the 70s. Samus in the 70s. Yeah, I haven't drawn Samus in a while. Yeah, for these drawings, I think I like what I have so far, and I'm not gonna be drawing too much on top of this. Maybe add some parts of the costumes that I didn't have time to add. Yeah. Maybe some easy shading. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, or if I miss your questions, because it's something that probably will happen plenty since I'm drawing, just let me know. Do you guys like the stream without music? I have some music in my headphones though. I just don't wanna have any copyright issues with YouTube. Oh my god. My desk is full of stuff. Oh shit. My desk is full of things. You like it without music? Yeah, I thought so. I mean, not everybody likes the same music. Yes, I will not lie. That's my weakness. Yes, that's my probably like one of my types for sure. Blonde, blue eyes, girls. Yeah, it's because well, first they're beautiful, but second, like I had back many years ago, I had a girlfriend, and she was from Russia, and she looked as pretty as her. Probably not the same hairstyle, but I did have a Russian girlfriend. I even went to Russia to meet her again. I was in love. That was a long time ago. So, yeah. I guess that's a weakness. And also, being from Venezuela, you don't get a lot of like blonde people there. Probably like fake blonde, you know, like dye hair. Oh, thank you, man. But now you know more stuff about my life. Now I have to kill you. A girl from each country? No, every country, but I mean, I did travel a lot. I mean, it sounds like cool, but it's also, that's that cool because then you fall in love and you like this person, but then you have to leave the place and you have to like go somewhere else. So yeah, a lot of like plenty of times falling in love and then not able to have a proper relationship because I had to go to another country because visa and other issues, other things. I traveled a lot when I was like a little bit younger, so I had to go to different like places, countries, study English, Japan. I went to Italy, but yeah, it sounds like fun, but at the same time, it's not that fun when your heart is broken, when you cannot have a whole relationship with the person you love. Yay! But that's life, man. Cannot have everything. At least I have something that I can rely on my work. Ok, let me see. ¿Qué lápices recomiendas para empezar a dibujar en papel? I don't know, man. Te recomiendo cualquier tipo de lápiz. Intenta un lápiz 6B, 6B, 6B pencil, color pencil. I don't know. Try different ones, man. Incluso este lápiz. Un montón de diferentes lápices aquí. Este es the thick boy. The thick boy. So yeah, I don't know. I have different pencils. I like more these color pencils. I don't know. I just like how smooth they are. Never had a girlfriend. I tried, but I got turned down. That's part of life, dude. Yeah. It sucks, but you gotta get up. Yeah, gotta get up and keep moving forward. So that'll be fine. You'll meet somebody. Yeah, meet somebody. Or somebody is. So yeah. I mean, I didn't have a girlfriend for a long time. When after school, I didn't have a girlfriend for like many years. I was still a virgin. Yeah. I was only like drawing stuff all the time, which I think is fine. I think if I have like got into some relationship when I was like late teens, that stuff takes a lot of time, and I think during that time I focused a lot on drawing and be better with my drawing. And I don't think I was thinking too much about that. I was just so much into like anime, manga, and like a whole otaku. But obviously later on, got a little bit older and it's like, okay, dude, time to get your shit together. Let's see. Do you feel like your original works? Do you feel like your original work don't interest that many people anymore, or it's just a mix of enjoying drawing, established IP, and styling and staying relevant in this career? I think it's both. Like, I don't like my drawings, original drawings, and people like those. I think it's a mix of people that recognize certain characters that are popular, and also your original artwork, right? But if this original artwork, is it for you, or you want to make original artwork so people will own it and wear it, or they like? Because you can do original work, but if it's something that is in your mind and it's something really personal that you do it's something personal in terms of like, the story of that character, and it's something very specific, then some people will connect with that if the idea is really cool and clever. But also think about, I'm doing this cool drawing, it will look good in this product, or it will look good in this kind of like setting, right? So if you do something cool, like has a good style, that has a good vibe, to actually sell it, I think it will work. Like my drawings, I have done original drawings. They'll sell plenty, and most of my original drawings are more popular with the female audience, which is something really cool to have too. And so it's a mix, right? It's a mix of both. Sometimes I draw like popular things that I like. Right now, more Street Fighter than ever, because I'm more into like fighting games. I'm not drawing only because they're popular. It's because I'm also working with them, doing the covers and doing these things, and also happen that this model dress has a Chun-Li, and I'm into the fighting games. I'm not drawing it only because I think it's popular and that's something I need to draw to make some money. Like, it's like unlucky. I feel like pretty lucky that I'm drawing like the covers for Capcom, the Marvel stuff. I did some Marvel for that, but drawing that and also enjoying that. I think you have to have that combination. Like, I enjoy the fan art that I'm doing because I actually play these things or at least know about them, and also I'm working with them, and my work is like being valued by the people also who play the games, which is something that is a win-win, right? And I don't do this like Street Fighter only because it's popular and whatever. It's like, the characters are cool, and I like to play the game, so that's a nice mix to have. So not gonna lie. Yeah, there are other things you like too. Have a bunch of ideas, sketches, and things. Like I have I don't know if this is one of those, but I have a bunch of tiny sketchbooks with ideas, with people I have drawn. You know, I drew this when I was in Japan. You know, I did a lot of drawings during my trip to Japan, and I did a lot of drawings. So have your ideas, draw your things. Maybe something you can come back later and find something cool. Like that's what I like, the traditional, some of these traditional sketchbooks, because I could come back and remember certain things that happened or put some ideas. Even have like other people draw in my sketchbook. And I still have pages. I might use it later, right? Yeah, this is the small version, B5. This is the big boy, and there's like a medium boy, and mini boy, medium, and big boy. Let's see. I don't see. Is I don't see? Okay, I don't. I don't see what no one says. You're the best artist on YouTube, hands down. I don't think I'm the best artist in YouTube or anything like that. I'm just doing my thing. If people like it, that's good. Yeah, I don't like to be like thinking like, oh, I'm the best artist in the. I mean, I appreciate the words though. I'm glad that you like the work that I do, for sure. But I don't think about like anything of like, oh, I'm the best or whatever. I don't know. Maybe that's when I was like a teenager or something like that. I think about, oh, I'm the best. Like, no, there's so many cool people, so many amazing artists that they do more complicated stuff than I do, and they're way better at doing other things. I'm strong at my own, on my own. I can stand on my own with my stronger like skills, right? Some people are better at drawing sequential, some people are drawing doing monsters, and I do this, and this is my space. But I don't know if I'm like the best. There's all amazing artists here in YouTube. Yeah, there's a lot of amazing artists in YouTube. Well, thank you for the nice words, though. I appreciate them. How long have you been playing Street Fighter? Since the end of Street Fighter 5. I played before, but I was not like into like too much into fighting games. But now with the internet and be able to like play people online, that definitely like changed my point of view. Street Fighter 5, and then Street Fighter 6 came out. And I had to learn from the scratch, like a lot of terms, a lot of things I don't know, like footsies, meaty, mix-ups. Like there's a lot of there's a learning curve into fighting games. But I found that exciting because I'm also doing the work of drawing, so I need to. Yeah, I've gotten better with Street Fighter, but I'm of the old generation, I believe. Most of the players are really young. Some of them are older, but I enjoy the game. It's fine. I'm not gonna be competing like a professional, but it's definitely fun. Why is this sketchbook looks bigger than you? It is bigger. I've been enjoying your work since DeviantArt. Thank you, man. Thank you so much, Eden. You're super talented and skilled. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Hopefully I can make some more videos to share the knowledge with the world. What would you do if your fan came out with you on an event and was wearing a hagao hoodie, but it was all the hagao of your art? I would say, man, that's cool. I like that. You're doing awesome. Thank you for showing that. I think that would be kind of cool. I'm not judging anybody. I think that if they want to wear it, that'll be awesome. I recently bought a street art book by Udon with your barefoot beauty cover. Well, thank you. I'm glad the toes called you. Cause this hand is like this. I'm gonna look at hand, and then like, the hand's like so. It's a hard hand, you know. Sometimes it's better to like figure it out upside down. That's the thing. I have a lot of ideas for videos. It's just like the time to make everything happen. It's a lot of work. And that's something that I haven't. That one of the reasons why I have never been like completely like hardcore into YouTube is that I found like at least that's my impression. There are a lot of artists that I would say a lot. Maybe I'm just not using the right word. Some artists, or I have seen artists that dedicate most of their time to be YouTubers, and their artwork doesn't get any better. You know, the artwork is still the same. They are doing a lot of like video content, but the artwork hasn't improved. You know, because there's a lot of time of creating content, making the videos, making the stuff happening. So I put a lot of time into drawing. So that's I think that's a risk to take if you are like a YouTuber. You have to put a lot of time into creating some kind of content for your audience and make videos and reactions. So, or talking about the community or talking about certain stuff. So that takes a lot of time. And for me, I want to put the time into drawing. Maybe now I feel like I can put some time into talking more about art and making interviews and doing these things. But I think that's one of the reasons why I didn't go all into tutorials or anything like that. Just doing tutorials is fine to do those things, but just doing tutorials all the time, I mean, I don't know. That's just my point of view, by the way, my personal opinion. I don't know if that's real. Maybe that's just my perception of things. So don't take it like my word is 100%. Yuri's perfectly perfect, yeah. Do you recommend doing studies on paper? I mean, doing both ways. I did a lot of painting, digital painting to improve my colors. And I did it on the computer. But I think with pencils, it's nice, man. It's nice. It's just all the time the computer, sitting down in the computer or the iPad, looking at the screen. My eyes get tired, dude, like super tired after like 8 hours. And then the next day I have to keep drawing and doing other stuff. It's like a lot. So having that traditional sketchbook is also cool because you can just take it anywhere, and you have a little sketchbook, and then you can do some doodles or anything, or maybe you don't even draw anything, but you have it there. And some people, I don't have time to draw. Like, maybe take your sketchbook and go to some bar and talk to some people, and then you do some little drawings or whatever. You know. That's something I try not to lose. Like, just carry my sketchbook somewhere. Sometimes I just carry my iPad and just like taking my iPad for a trip because I don't sketch anything on that one. But if I take a little book I think it's easier to open in the metro or somewhere and then just draw a little bit. And then you have a little cute sketch. Maybe you have a nice idea and then you put it on paper, right? And yeah, I talk about this like early in the stream. For example, like I the model did the pose, but then after doing the pose, there are things that I want to capture better and study better. So I did the hand while she was still posing. I was like, okay, I need to do this hand. It looks like this. It has this flow. So I did the hand separately as a little study. So I encourage you, if you're doing figure drawings or you're doing even if it's online or you have some photo reference, just look at the drawing. Look at the reference and see something that you think, oh, the hand, I haven't drawn that hand. I think I will do a little drawing of that on the side, and just to study that and just have a little bit of practice, because when you're drawing the model, everything is set to a proportion, right? All of these are proportionate. Everything has a definite size. I'm gonna make this bigger because it will look weird. But I want to study this. I want to make it better. I want to make this hand better because I did these hands like it looks okay, but I want to make it better, or I wanna take that information and like, okay, I want to draw it better. And maybe I don't get a better drawing here. Maybe I don't get the most fun drawing, but then I get some information that I can use in a future drawing. Even here with the boots, right? Like in my brain, I have a certain way of drawing that boot, and maybe it has certain like folds and certain ways of like it folds. But then looking at the boot, her boot, looking at this, I was like, I'm not happy with this. This is fine. This is fine somehow. I can make it. I can fake it. Let me look at that boot again. Let me exaggerate these shapes here, and what I'm seeing. What is this shape? It's like this, right? It's like a shape like that, and it looks more like a boot. Center line, important to understand where things like go up and down or in and out. So now this boot is like way better, and I learned things here. The heel is not straight. It has like a little bit of weight. It's the heel. It's a little bit of weight coming out of the shoe. The person is stepping on that. So those things you wanna say that information, because that will make your future drawings way better, right? Because if I go back to some of these and I apply this concept here, if I go to this one, then I know I probably will make it a little bit more rounded and a little bit more heavy, that has that kind of weight in there. So now I'm putting that nice piece of information in my other drawings. If you are not streaming and you're thinking about that constantly, you can go to your all the drawings and just go in a batch. You can go as a batch, and it's okay. I studied the boot. This is what it feels natural to the boot. So I'm gonna go to the other boots, and I'm gonna try to imitate or try to apply that knowledge into that boot. Like now it feels like she's stepping on that, maybe a little like line there. Maybe I'm mixing some of the folds that I did here, and I think it will fold like a little bit like that, like this. So I'm not looking at the reference anymore, but I'm remembering, or I'm looking at my little study that I did there, and now I can apply that information to the other sketches. Same here, right? When I put that, now it feels like it's stepping. maybe some shading to indicate different planes, right? Right? And for me, those are things I need to remember. Do you like my little class? A little class here, a little like tips and tricks. Tips and tricks. It doesn't matter the medium, but I would say try them. Try different papers, try different materials, try markers. Maybe you'll find something that you like the most. Right? And maybe in the once I scan these, I can like clean some of these lines. I think she's like angry, so it's like. I usually don't draw this big, but when I'm doing figure drawing, I have enough distance between the drawing board and my pencil. Like when I'm drawing, probably this is gonna be like further away, so I can see the whole page and do it. So yeah. So yeah, remember guys to follow, to like the stream, like my friend says. If you like the stream, make sure to like the stream. Put a little like. If you put a little like, please, on the YouTube stream, you know, push the live stream to other people. That'll be very helpful. I appreciate that. As a little favor, as a little payment for the entertainment. That will help the stream to reach other people, to share the love, to share the art. Maybe they will learn something because you press like and then it's showing their feed and you change the life of somebody else. Yeah, I know. Let's put some more lights here. So that'll be dark. Let's put something under this. Maybe like a piece of white paper. Nice, better. Please like the stream, I'll be appreciated. Gracias por todos los consejos, no sabe cuánto nos ayuda, ver el proceso. Bueno, de nada. Could you make some scratch and... Oh my god, you guys. You little puppets. You little parrots. By the way, if I miss some of your questions or comments, it's okay to write them again. I can read them again. You can copy paste the comment. It's so small, the pencil, little tiny pencil there. SuperCon. I don't think I'm gonna go back to SuperCon. Probably Orlando Comic Con. That one was a way better show than SuperCon though. Yeah, like it's a lot of work traveling. A lot of time, but I haven't been to SuperCon since like forever though. I'll put this. I'm gonna grab some water some sparkling water and I'm gonna be back. Al final uno nunca dibuja todo de todo bien. Sí, siempre hay cositas que acomodar. Yeah, I think that one misconception that is happening with artists is that they might people might think I'm not saying everybody, but I think a bunch of people who are like starting or like intermediate, and they see art like Kim Jong-ji or other people who imitate Kim Jong-ji, and they think that that's what it means to draw good. Just to draw from your imagination straight to the paper without any constructions of any kind. And that's when you reach the ultimate level of being a god of art, right? It's a great thing for like showmanship to see something being created in front of you, but that shouldn't be the goal of an artist to like, oh, create something from imagination. I mean, it will be amazing. It is amazing to do that. But I think if you focus on doing that, but your construction or the way you draw things are not solid enough, it shows. It shows on your drawings. Maybe some regular people will not see those things, but artists like I have seen that. Seen some other people who like draw similar to Kim Jong-ji or like have that, but when they finish the drawing, it's like, bro, like what is this? Like I think you should do more sketching. I think you should do like a little bit of underdrawing to correct those things that are now and they're showing there because you're jumping too fast, man. Like Kim Jong-ji was like, you know, he did a lot of drawings. Like he drew a lot and a lot of reference, but you want to probably jump into that point so quickly just because you, oh, look at me, I can just draw from like this way, like, well, I'm amazing, you know. And I think like some people might, oh, that's the goal, to draw just like that. As long as you're drawing, it's not lacking some stuff, then it's good. But I found that people who draw also like kind of like Kim Jong-ji, just drawing something, building something out of like one of couple of lines, is that the amount of details once you zoom out, it's just a bunch of lines and it's a bunch of noise that it's just like, because you're like growing some drawing and it's growing. Then if you don't have like an open space, it feels really busy. It feels like a bunch of noise that looks like detail, and it ends up like, I don't like that kind of work where the amount of details is just like overloading and like nonsense details that are just like placed there because it looks cool. And my personal opinion, personal taste is I really don't enjoy those drawings that are like super busy with a lot of unnecessary details. So yeah, especially those, they don't make any sense. I like when the details are like placed in the right spots. That's why I like a lot of the impressionist artists, because they know where to put that mark, or like even artists like Sargent, if you know Sargent. Sorry, I forgot to zoom out. They know exactly where to put the shape and they put a shadow, like, oh, I put a shadow there, and then you create that illusion. That for me is the magic of art, when you like actually put some detail or put something that was like, oh man, that touch there is subtle, but it brings everything together. That's when you show like being like a master of the work that you do. It's just like that simple line there means so much to the whole drawing, that without that line it will fall apart, the drawing. Those are the things I'm like, man, that's amazing. Not like a bunch of details. I think everybody can just do detail, right? Just put a lot of little lines and over render some shit until like it looks like realistic. But simplifying That's why I like cartoon and I like anime. It's just like shape design. You have to design the things to be appealing, to being simple but being successful. Like Disney, right? When they did like Lion King, or they did all those character designs that are like simple, but they're like, man, on point, dude. They're timeless, right? It doesn't matter how many years pass, it's just solid. Yeah, somebody solo solfege is saying in Spanish, but I'm gonna translate because I think it's good. Um, like the way I handle my like traditional drawing is like if he feels that I do things in a different way when versus digital versus traditional, and yeah, I know. Sí, yo sé. It's a little bit different. I need to simplify for the drawing for the moment. So my noses are usually not that anime style like this, probably a little bit more structure. But yeah, they feel a little bit more like cute, natural. Um, Sometimes when I do my finished work, has a way more construction. I think probably with this something like this. If you want to zoom in, instead it has like more structure, more shape, and where these ones are more like simple. Yeah, the eyes are like a little bit bigger, less realistic, and I think that's because of the when I work in traditional, I tend to zoom in, and you zoom in into the drawing, and then the more you zoom in, the more structure you want to add to, like my brain at least works that way. I zoom in and I see all the structure of these things, and then zoom out. So it's like you have to have a balance. So maybe like drawing like traditional will give you a good amount of constraint. So you cannot go super close and do that. I could do with a magnifier, right? And then get really close to that. But again, what is the purpose of this? Right now, string is the purpose. String, the purpose is to warm up. String is to clean a little bit some of the drawings. Maybe add some lines that I couldn't add when I was doing the figure drawing, and now I have the time to do it. Right? And if you can, try to do some figure drawing in person. It's a different experience than just using photos online. I think photos online are good. I mean, not everybody has access to that, and I know it. Trust me, I know that because I did have access to that for a long time. But like try to like find somebody, maybe if somebody likes anime or does cosplay. Hey, would you like to draw model for me? Like I'm trying to like improve my work and my drawings. I'm gonna pay you this and this, and maybe they'll be like, oh no, just draw me for free, and then you draw them and then give this person some drawings after, right? But then drawing the person in front of you, way better than a photo. But again, sometimes photos, you need the photo because like nobody's gonna be jumping or standing still in the air having a jumping pose. So yeah, I don't know, good models. Something that I don't like too much about figure drawing. If the person is not like a professional model, uh, they don't pose for the character. It's more like a standing pose, just standing there, and that's when it gets boring. That's when I get boring the figure drawing. I have to like make a story or start tweaking their poses to make something like fun. So I want to have fun. Let's see. I just started your live drawing videos and watching your older YouTube videos, and they have been super helpful. Yeah, I need to improve that English from the older videos. My English is not like the best, but before it was trash. So I'm sorry. Is it good to have a main style and continue to learn different style even if you never show them or continue draw them after a while? Don't worry too much about styles, dude. You will find the lines that you like to draw, and then you will find that that's your style that you like to draw. Like I like certain lines, I like certain ways of drawing things, and that you will build that through time. So yeah, just, the more you experiment, the better, man. If you have one main style, you want to have a main style, then that's good. But definitely explore and change and see what you can come up with and come back to your old previous style. That's what I did. I learned about cartooning. I learned a lot about character design for animation. I learned a lot of Western designs, a lot of American cartoon comics, and then I learned that, I drew that, and then I put it back into my regular drawing. So I wouldn't sweat it too much about style, because it's gonna keep changing. The more you learn, you're gonna improve it. So don't build a prison. Don't build a jail for you. Don't put like a walls in your learning journey, right? Don't put rules that will limit yourself. Oh, I have to follow this, or I have to do this, or I have to do that. That's just a bunch of rules that you're making for yourself on your own, right? Like one of the things I put like a rule before. Oh, I need to post every 2 days, and I need to do this and this and that. It's good to have that kind of like restrictions, but also be flexible, right? Like especially with Instagram, right? There was a point where like, oh, I need to post this and this and this day and this day. I'm like, man, this is it is fine. Or not only post it like regularly, more like a posting new art all the time. Oh, I need to post something new because the drawing I did like 2 minutes ago is already old. So I need to make a new work for putting online every day, and that's a good goal. But man, I've done a lot of drawings, and I don't, and I'm the more time it passes, I'm more like, okay, I'm gonna just put more of my older drawings. Like not everybody has seen all your drawings. You know your drawings, you know the things you have drawn. Well, a lot of people don't know. A lot of people haven't seen those drawings. They haven't had the time to see. Maybe they see a couple of your drawings on social media, and they follow you, and then they continue with the day. But then maybe you put something that is a little bit older, and that should be fine. It's like when you go to like a museum. I was telling this to a friend. You go to like a museum. You go to a museum and you see, I don't know, let's do that Mona Lisa, although that wouldn't be my choice. But let's say Mona Lisa, whatever. Or some piece of art that you really like. Like go to the museum, and if I go a couple of times to the museum, I want to go and check that piece again. I want to see it again. I want to look at it again. If I go to Paris, if I want to go to Italy, and I go to these museums, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I already saw that. I don't want to see that again. It's like, man, I really enjoyed that art. That piece of art was amazing. I want to look at it again. And that's the thing with your art. If somebody follows your work and because they like it, I think very little people are gonna be like, oh, this is old. I'm not gonna follow this guy anymore. And we're like, man, that's a cool drawing. I want to see it again, right? So the pressure that you have to create something new all the time to feed the machine, the algorithm, the fucking pressure of like everything something new. If I don't put something new, like people think I'm lazy. You know, your brain going like 100 miles per hour, thinking about that. Just put your old drawings if you like them, right? And maybe you did something to that drawing, and maybe you fix it. And you fix that drawing, and then you put it back again. Some people will like it. Some people will appreciate it. If not, they can just start watching some more reels. I'm gonna put a little couch here, like little couch. No couch, like a little meditation seat. She's meditating about how to make her thighs bigger. Yeah, that's my advice. I said to people, like, that's something that I think a lot of people think, oh, I need to put something new. I think this is old. It's not enough. Like, oh man, it's fine. So it's okay. Just take it easy. Just take it easy. But yeah, if you wanna set that as a goal, I'm gonna be posting something new because you really need to like work and improve, and maybe you have a goal that it involves creating new artwork because you need to make new artwork. Then that's a good goal to get. I'm gonna post something new. I'm gonna build my portfolio. I'm gonna do this and this and that. Right? But in the down times, when you are busy, life's happening, you're going to conventions, you are busy in a project that you cannot show, just put some older stuff. I want to see some older stuff. I want to see some good old stuff, right? Some good drawings from the people, the art from the people I like. You know, I don't want to be like, oh, this is old, like, oh, this guy's not doing anything, you know. It's like, man, it's a cool piece of work. わかりましたか？私の言っていることが理解できますか？理解できるんですか？理解できると思うね。Yeah. Learning animation is very useful, I think. Yeah, definitely. I did some animation. I definitely did some animation, some storyboarding, and I learned a lot about before and after a pose. What happened before, what happened after. Who will your top 5 pin-up artists be? I don't know if Frank Shaw counts, but even when he does different characters, they kind of stuffer, same face, same body syndrome. I mean, Frank Shaw, he likes to draw women in a certain way. He knows what he likes, and I know he can change whatever he want to change anytime he want to change it. He just likes to draw in a certain way. But he does some really cool expressions. That's the thing. Like, he's really good. Facial expressions are really good. So yeah. Maybe some things looks the same. I mean, he's more like a comic book style, and so the faces are more structural, less cartoony. But when he needs to change it, he does it. Like, I've seen some of his work like that. But in terms of like my top, I don't know. I wouldn't say pin-up artists. There's a lot of things that I like. I don't know, like a top 10. I don't know, top 5. I don't know. I have to look at my collection. I like certain pieces, that's for sure. There's so many artists, man. It's so hard to like tell you. You know. I'm sorry. I don't know. Maybe I need to think more about it. I always get conflicted when people tell me like, "Why are you top something?" It's like, man, I like so many different things. Okay, you said, Ray, when you go to figure drawing sessions, do you take a peek to look at to refine the sketch later? I usually don't take photos. Feels like weird to take photos of the model, but they say, oh, it's okay to take photos. Okay, I'll take some poses, especially the ones that are like 1 minute, 2 minute. If I cannot get the whole pose, I'll take a quick picture, but I don't take a lot of pictures. I'd rather be on the drawing. Oh, I couldn't get that one. Okay, move on to the next one. But if the pose is a little bit more complex, and I think, oh, that could be a good, maybe I'll take a picture. But I don't do that often. If I'm allowed, it's fine. If not, mostly when they're costume. I don't think naked. I will take any naked photos for the model. And also you make sure to tip the models if you do that stuff. Always respectful. Which Chun-Li part is the funnest part to draw? I like to draw in the little hair bun thingy that she has. These like ponytails, like all of the hair piece that she has is kind of cool. I think I like that. You can have a lot of flow, have like a little bit of like sakura petals following in the air. She's meditating. And you can erase. I have a neat eraser. You can soft some of those construction lines. Sometimes the construction lines are too harsh, so you can lower the opacity of that, lower the intensity. Hey, thank you. By the way, thank you guys for being here. In the live stream. I always appreciate it, man. Like sometimes like drawing is like a very lonely thing to do. You're in your house drawing, watching YouTube videos, but these things are cool when you guys show up and are here. You could be anywhere else, you could be doing something else, but you're here spending some time, and I value that a lot. So just want to say that. Let me see. Any tips to get more commission jobs? Feel like I've been struggling to get clients lately. Love your work. I don't know. Have like a commission list. It depends on your work too, right? Yeah, I'm lucky enough that I don't have to like find commission work. I always get people asking for some drawings, so that's not like a big problem for me. But I don't know. Offer something that people want to get. Like maybe make a portfolio. Maybe make some posts. Maybe yeah, I'm taking commissions. I'm doing this and that. I don't know. And maybe you can be bold. And you can contact. That will be a more intense way of going. Go and go to like somebody and contact them. Hey, I know you commissioned this piece from somebody. Would you like to commission something from my work? This is my work here. Probably don't say commission me. Say this is my work. If you feel you would like something from me, let me know. If you feel like you would like to see some of your characters in my style, let me know. And that's it. And don't expect anything in return. Don't expect because you contact somebody, they're gonna reply. But at least, I remember you contacted me a long time ago, and maybe at that time your drawing is not that good, but now they are. So hey, dude, like I contacted you before, but now look at my drawings. And if not, then it's fine. Just move on, right? So sometimes like make sure to add publicity to that. Don't wait for the clients to come to you. Like sometimes go to the clients. I think it's getting harder. Like the ones who are like commissioning work, depends on what they want. If they want to see the character, or they can just do AI, which is the downside. They can learn AI and then don't need to commission anything. They won't get something amazing. They will get something similar to what they want, but if that's what they want, then it's okay for them. Let's see. Draw with some people in chat or call makes it more fun. Yeah. You're welcome, then Night Walker. I enjoy shaping the volume of the thigh, like with Chun-Li, defining the torso. Yeah, everything is good. Yeah, this is gonna be a video on demand. I'm gonna leave it on the channel. But yeah, I say I'm getting further with this. So I appreciate you guys for stopping. And do I have so many drawings, right? I have some more Chun-Li here. Let's finish this. I think I only have like 20 something minutes left before I go. I have my Japanese class. But I like this. This one here is kind of cool. Chun-Li is being blasted with the bison sun. Bison. Let's see, by the way, Rake, it's possible that on your shop you use another mail company? Man, the mailing company in the US is a pain in the ass. Most of them are like really, they're going down in quality. I don't know what's happening. The US is going down. The USPS making a bunch of mistakes. UPS also making a bunch of mistakes. Like, I don't know, dude. It's gonna get even weird now if the USPS gets like completely hacked and dismantled. Hopefully not. I'll try to put like UPS or FedEx or something like that, but again, I cannot control the prices of how these companies charge for shipping. I cannot do anything. They set the rates and those things are automatically, so it sucks. I wish I couldn't charge anything. So yeah. I'll try to like figure out. I don't know what can I do, to be honest. Like what kind of other service they use, because usually the websites, they go and take the feed from these companies and this how much they charge. Yeah, you gotta be a good seller. I try to my best. You know, got to give some quality for a service for the things that I do on my website. I'm not perfect, but I try to, as much as I can, to deliver the goods and add some extras, make sure that clients are taken care of. Customers are taken care of. It is a hard thing, but it's important. The reputation of your site as an artist, as a seller, you gotta be on top of that too. It's not gonna leave people hanging for some stuff or promising things and never deliver. That's the worst thing you can do. If you promise stuff, or even if you take money in advantage and you don't deliver the goods, man, you're doomed. You're making your own grave there. So if you're gonna do things right, or don't do anything at all, and don't mess with people being fans of your work and then you don't deliver the things just because you are a really good artist. So people should forgive all your bad management. And you try the best. You cannot do everything. Sometimes it's out of your hands. Shipping companies not delivering, or things getting lost. You know, try your best. Things get stolen, so then now replacing things, and yeah, it's tricky. But anyway, And my favorite gigolo has come out of the retirement. Yes, I was about to retire the 1st of April. I was retiring to be a gigolo. I was gonna go to Japan and make a new life for myself, but I decided the next day not to do it, and now I'm back. Yeah, sometimes you have to wait like longer, especially international orders take like longer to arrive, and sometimes like it's out of my hands. Like I send something even closer, like oh, I'm gonna send something to Colorado, and I send it by mail, and that mail goes to New York, go to Miami, go to Atlanta, comes back to California, and then they send it again. It's like this stuff is like touring the U.S. and it's like where is the stuff? Oh, it's in the system, and you cannot say anything to these shipping companies. Oh, because no, this is in the system. You have to wait until it gets updated. It's like, man, you clearly lost my mail. Well, anyways, sorry for the rant. I was asking because I want to buy more skateboards. Oh, the skateboards are coming, by the way. Some skate decks. Yeah, especially. Yeah, Spain is expensive. Sending stuff from here to Europe is expensive, man. That's the thing. I wish it was less. How old were you when you started working on this in a more serious and professional way? I was 2 years old. When I was a little baby, and then I was 2 years old, I did some drawings in my little book, and then I decided to become a real artist, a professional artist. 2 years old, I was called a genius, a one of a kind person that will come and change the chosen one. When I was 2 years old, and I was a prodigy of the art world. That's the story, right? You want to say to people, yes, I was a. They took me, and they experimented because I was a. The government experimented with my knowledge of art at such young age, how he can draw big thick ties if he's like a 2 years old, how he knows how can he make this juicy. But no, when I decided to take this seriously, I guess when I made my first sale, I did my drawings, and then somebody commissioned me. Hey, can you draw typical South American stuff? I think it happens everywhere. Can you draw my daughter? Can you draw my baby? Can you draw my wife? Can you draw this person? Like, yeah, sure. Like, oh, people are paying for this. All right, I think I would like to do more of this. Obviously, my knowledge was not the best, but this is something that I can do for commercially and sell my work, and yeah, I always got some kind of work. I did some murals. I did some characters for like an internet cafe back in the old times, and so once I knew that, then yeah, and I studied graphic design, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna be a graphic designer to pay my stuff, to have a career, and it also helped to have that knowledge of graphic design is something that is I'm grateful to have that as a background, because I know how to design things and make it look nice. So when I transitioned, because I had to transition from an artist from graphic design to an artist. I was already doing my drawings, taking commissions, but there was a point where like, can I sustain myself only with these commissions? Back then, it was commissions from DeviantArt, and that's why I did the morphing ups, because people will ask, "Can you draw this character?" And most of them were like girls. I was like, okay, I guess this is where the things go, and I like girls, and I draw them a lot, so, and people like them, and yeah, I'm like a horny boy from like a teenager, 20 something, and I like drawing pin-ups, and I'm getting money from that, and it's awesome. I'll do it. And yeah, the little by little clients were getting like bigger. It's like, oh, I can't believe I got paid this much for this, and this much for this stuff. And so yeah, I take it more seriously. When you improve, when you get paid, and you're like, you have like, in my case, I have my Patreons, my followers that have been with me for a long time. So I work for them. I try to make art that they like, that they enjoy. So they don't have that pressure, it's not a client. It's like my followers that enjoy my work, that support me for so many years. And I'm so happy to like being like people that know me from like 10 years ago, and they still like support my work and they follow my journey. And yeah, it's very touching. Probably my fans follow. I wouldn't say fans. I want my people who like my work. They know more about my work than my family. so I appreciate that, because I get encouragement, good words of like support from them. So yeah, that's something that helps a lot. And yeah, the more you do covers, and if you can get into the industry and do that, it's awesome. But I think the most valuable is to have a good base support. Like many of you are here, they know me for a while, and yeah, that's the most important thing at the end. The people who have been with you through the journey, and they like your work, and you can become friends with them, and you have things in common. Are you based out in Spain? No, I'm in LA, Los Angeles, California. Somebody said, and I think that is out of stock. I have some stuff out of stock, but some new stuff coming. ¿Cómo está la espalda? Mejorando, mucho mejor. Yeah. One of pencils, I'm using the Prismacolor. I'm not sponsored, but if Prismacolor wants to sponsor, please send me all the blue indigos you have. Are you listening to me, Prismacolor? Probably not. This is a Prismacolor Premiere. Yeah, things are now I'm drawing faster, right? With this. And this is Bison. I don't know if that was a good decision, but I took it. Should be the eyes like white, right? Did you see the Emma Frost? Yeah, I saw Emma Frost, man. I saw her, and I'll draw her. Don't worry, it'll happen. Why blue? Because I got tired of the grayscale. I got tired of pencils. And I have another one that's a little bit lighter, different blue. A little bit lighter. I don't know, I like the colors. I like blue. So I'm like, yeah, why not? Well, guys, I think this stream is gonna end pretty soon. Not because I want, because I have my Japanese class. Post your traditional. Yes, I uploaded today my raven. My raven. My raven. It's here. So you guys can check it on my Instagram. I posted a raven. I clean them. I make them like really nice. I put them there. So a side account for it. Should I make another account for my traditional drawings? Why not the same one? I'm lazy though. Well, maybe I should. Maybe all the kind of people will follow. So yeah, I put this. So if you are on Instagram, check my Instagram, Rake Instagram. It has to be Rake Instagram, or otherwise you're gonna get another account. So yeah, I'll draw her. It was fun. And also making some more little videos. So if you want to check that, please check it out. My Instagram is there. It's a lot of cool stuff. And yeah, you can follow it. And I'm sure you already follow this stuff. So yeah, I probably have to like stop whatever I'm doing and draw Emma Frost like right now. If I'm gonna draw her, maybe it's time to join the train. Everybody's gonna draw Emma Frost. Everybody's gonna draw Emma Frost. They make it like really, really thick. Like the thighs. I was like, Jesus, this is on another level. This is another level, boys. Oh boy, she's gonna have another level of Emma Frost. She looks like a very like MILF, like very like grown. Let's say like mom. Very, very, very adult. Nothing kawaii, nothing. No, nothing of kawaii. No. Some people already did, of course, dude. Of course, already did. They just woke up, saw the news, and they put the pajamas. And just like me, I got my pajamas, but I'm drawing something else. So, yeah, they did that, of course. Maybe I'll do. I don't know. I also have some other work to do. But maybe I'll draw her. Why not? Maybe some weird sketch, some quick sketch. Sorry. But I want to make it right, so I don't want to rush the thing. 10 minutes to go, my friends. And then I have to go because my Japanese teacher, she is Japanese, of course. And she's very punctual. If you miss like a minute. If I miss like a minute, she's like, oh, where were you? And if you miss a minute, oh, mochiwaki gozaimasen. Sumimasen. Hontou ni sumimasen. I was like, it's okay. It's just like 1 minute. You were late like 1 minute. It's like, no, for real, I'm sorry. I was like, I got distracted. I was like, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. 大丈夫、先生。そんな大したことじゃないんです。Oh, I think this legs. This is the booty. Maybe I need to like make the booty. There you go, like that. Going like this, trick, and then trick. Yeah, I need to also draw Luna. I think that my next drop, I don't know when this is gonna be. I need to do it sooner or later. It's gonna be Luna, Scarlet Witch, Emma Frost, and Scarlet Witch, Emma Frost, La Luna, and then I'm missing one. Yeah, so this drawing was not like the most stronger drawing, so I'm not gonna finish this one. I don't feel like I'm gonna touch that. So yeah, guys, I think I'm gonna start like closing the live stream. We did 2 hours, and I think I did a lot of drawings, a lot of like completing drawings in 2 hours and then 20 something minutes. I did a lot of these. We can like, you guys can check the whole video afterwards to see all the how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9 with this. 9 and then 10 with this other one here on the other side. And then I did some here. Did I do some here? Yeah, I think we touched a little bit, retouched some of these. Yeah, this one, like 11, 12. Yeah, that's a lot of drawing. Plus talking and showing and all of those things. These are all the ones I want to take some time and put a little bit more of love into it. These are the originals from the figure drawing of Raven a couple of, like last week. These are some cool poses that she did. So yeah, I think this is it. I'm gonna have my Japanese class, focus on that, and I should go for a walk, and then I should take a little break, and maybe I should draw like Emma Frost. Start doing that stuff already. So yeah, how long I've been studying Japanese? Like many years. Probably I should be like amazing by now, but I'm slow with some. I forget some Japanese and then it comes back, and you have to be on top of that all the time. If you're not in an environment where they speak Japanese, you tend to forget things quickly. My back is better, but it's gonna be better once I get up a little bit before my class. So yeah, guys. This is the stream. Thank you very much. Thank you for checking this and check it out later. If you have time, I have some cool stickers of Marvel Rivals that I finished I think last month, and I got this and I start selling them on my website. I also have the prints on the website, and you can check those. I also have this as a glitter version. So you can check that, and that will be amazing. I'll send this to you myself or my assistant, and she will help me out send this to you. Super high quality sticker de gozaimasu. So yeah, sure to check my website. I think I'm missing one here. Well, like 1, 2, 3, 4. I know they're all here. But all right, guys. Thank you so much again for joining in the live stream. I appreciate it. If I missed some questions, I'm sorry. I have one last question here that I'm going to say in Spanish. He tenido problemas últimamente al dibujar. ¿Cuál consideras que es la mejor manera de empezar un boceto? Dibuja bastantes cosas y dibújalos bien suelto, ¿no? Relajado. Y dibuja por varias horas relajado, cosas fáciles. Y no te apures en hacer algo rápido, ¿no? Intenta de tomarte el tiempo y prepararte. Es como hacer ejercicio, ¿no? Yeah, so, alright guys. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon. I appreciate it. Have a great day and stay tuned for the next live stream. Make sure to like the stream, share it. Make some comments. If you can put some comments in YouTube. Oh, thank you. That was a great stream. I will definitely appreciate it like a lot. So the video is pushed a little bit. Leave a little comment. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for whatever. Like all the things you're doing right now, you can just leave it on the YouTube channel, on the comments of the live stream. And I will appreciate that a lot. So, alright guys. Thank you so much. And I only have 3 minutes for my Japanese class.